going on now? What is that?
That's hard to explain.
Welcome back to another video of Friday Night Madness, where we review scary videos, ghost videos, and reaction videos on scary shit. This is David. Hello. This is Angel.
Hello.
Say hello. All right, and let's get to it. Dark matter.
Most paranormal videos can be incredibly suspect. When said videos are captured on live TV, it makes them that much more credible. So, from a holographic Pope to the mysterious identity of Teddy Perkins, join us. Whilst in the middle of a news piece, these Honduran presenters were shocked when one of their glasses suddenly moved on its own. Clearly confused, they play the oddity off and continue on.
Chiste nos dicen por acá, aquí prohibida la.
That reminds me of that one video that we recorded on our Instagram.
Which one?
It was a fucking
Arizona can.
And it moved. It kept rotating. It always just kept rotating. All right, let's watch.
Pólvora, todo el mundo revienta.
Mira, mira.
I'm talking in Spanish.
Así es.
¿Viste el vaso que corrió para allá?
He's saying the cup moved over that way.
Okay.
No sé si lo vieron.
However, host Carlos Molina later admitted that he felt a sharp chill down his spine seconds before the glass moved. He also denied any speculation that production staff were behind a hoax. Further, in response to the skeptics, Molina claimed he tried to move the glass, but that it was stuck to the table.
Wow. On TV,
He is
live.
convinced that the incident was supernatural, and even confessed that it left him traumatized.
That's the face you make when you're lying.
That's a face I make when what?
That's the face you make when I catch you lying. Or when you go like this.
Oh. Okay.
During a recent broadcast, Pope Francis appeared at his window to bless the crowd. However, bizarre.
What is the big deal about the Pope?
I don't know.
Like, why do people make a big
I think
deal
he's the
about
head of the Catholic Church.
No,
Like,
I'm not
he
trying
oversees
to be,
like stuff.
I'm not trying to be
and-
disrespectful or anything. I'm not Catholic, so I don't understand what the big deal with the Pope is.
I don't know. Let's watch this video.
Bizarrely, as he stepped back inside, he seemed to vanish in thin air.
It just disappears.
He goes bye-bye.
Also juggling taking care of their children.
Dude, is it not? He's gone.
Oh my.
That could be, you know what I'm thinking? Like, you know how they do like green screens or
Mhm.
those blue screens or whatever. You know, that could be it.
Even curiouser, the Vatican removed all copies of this video, leaving only the official version. As to why the Vatican would do this, some believe Francis was sick that day, or alternatively, that this is a common safety protocol, perhaps to prevent assassination attempts.
That's true because all previous popes, there was one that got shot. And he survived it. I remember that. Some guy. And then the guy went to jail and he would go visit him or stuff like that. I remember that back in the day.
Further, though it sounds unbelievable, basic holograms have been presented on multiple occasions, and it makes sense that if such technology exists, it would be far more advanced behind closed doors.
Now, if they were able to have a hologram of the Pope in daylight, then how come we couldn't have Tupac at the Super Bowl?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a question for the NFL.
During the news coverage of the 2011 Japanese tsunami, some viewers spotted a mysterious creature in the background. In the video, a black bird mysteriously appears and disappears.
That's a big bird.
What?
That's a pretty big bird.
Yeah, it reminds me of like fucking like one of those.
Pterodactyl.
Mm-hmm. Like fucking a scene from Jurassic Park. You see like the mountain hill areas?
When I was a kid, I used to be obsessed with pterodactyls.
Oh yeah, why?
Because I really love Petrie from Land Before Time.
Oh yeah. And before time.
Even stranger, in slow motion, it seems to repeatedly vanish and reappear.
There it is again. Crazy.
Now, I don't want to say that's paranormal or anything because there's so many species in this world we've yet to discover.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you look it up, there's a very large number of things that haven't been discovered yet. But I also wonder, how do they know the exact number of what hasn't been discovered if it hasn't been discovered?
Like Sasquatch?
Yeah. Your brethren.
Still, skeptics were quick to conclude that the bird was the result of poor video compression, yet some paranormal enthusiasts are certain it was Mothman.
Oh, Mothman, I
First seen
remember
in
hearing
West
that.
Virginia, 1966. The creature was routinely spotted for the next year. Finally, on December 14th, 1967, it was seen above the Silver Bridge. Eerily, the next day, the bridge suddenly collapsed, and the Mothman vanished. Ever since, it's allegedly been observed before multiple disasters, leading some to conclude it's a premonition of death. So could the unusual creature actually be the Mothman?
Possibility.
But how does it have the ability to just disappear?
For years, skeptics questioned why no UFO had ever been captured on live TV. However, in today's world, they are captured on almost a daily basis. Yet there has arguably been no better footage than this video from Peru. In February 2020, the channel Capital TV collected an audience of 200 people to wait at the Yaya Beach, a UFO hotspot. The hosts were doubtful that they would catch something, but to their amazement, they filmed something spectacular. In the middle of the broadcast, some audience members noticed an unexplained light above the sea.
Está encima de la playa, no está en el cerro, miren. A ver, todos tranquilos, por favor, están grabando con los celulares lo que estamos viendo. Es una luz muy potente que se está acercando en estos momentos al campamento. Se está acercando al campamento. Quiero por favor que tengan mucha calma. Se está acercando. Está flotando encima de las aguas.
Soon the excited crowd were at hand with their laser pens, shining them at the object. And incredibly, it seemed to respond back.
Ahí está, otra vez aparece en estos momentos. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo, en directo. Siendo las 10:47 de la noche. Miren eso. Miren eso. Ahora, vamos a tratar de ser racionales.
Like a UFO.
Mira, no se mueve. Podría ser pescadores que están en la zona y que están lanzando. No, pero son.
La luz es muy potente, Antonio. La luz es muy potente.
I
Though
find that
some
hard to
have
believe.
argued that it could be a boat.
I find that one hard to believe.
Yeah, they're also saying it could be fishermen who are like lighting back, you know, because they were shooting lights at the like laser beams. They were saying that it could be fishermen, it could be out there, but they're saying that apparently in Spanish they were saying that apparently it feels like it was like levitated above the sea level, so they didn't believe that it was fishermen, but that's I don't know, that's what they believe in. That's what they're saying.
But those who saw it maintain it was a UFO. In previous videos, I have covered the controversial theory that legendary musician Michael Jackson actually faked his death. However, one piece of supposed evidence that I neglected to mention was the mysterious identity of Teddy Perkins and his odd appearance at the 2018 Emmys. The Jackson-inspired character first appeared on the acclaimed show Atlanta, where he was played by Donald Glover. Yet mysteriously, the Perkins at the Emmys wasn't played by Glover, nor by his brother Steven,
Creepy.
or co-star Lakeith Stanfield.
That's creepy.
Yeah, you remember him from Atlanta?
Oh.
You don't remember Paperboy?
Yeah.
That's the show.
Oh, okay, but I don't remember this character.
Yeah, he was the one that he goes into his house. So this character towards the, I believe it's left, right? Yeah, on the left hand side with the white coat, pointing at the dude that looks creepy. So he goes in there to pick up an expensive piano on the episode, and then when he goes in there, that character kills his dad, and then he winds up hunting that other African American man throughout the house, and in the end, like, he winds up killing himself, or he gets killed or something like that. But that's apparently a character that Daniel Glover and them created as like Michael Jackson character, kind of.
Additionally, Atlanta director Hiromu Rai refused to reveal who it was. This led to theories that Perkins was really Jackson in disguise, and that he used the show to tell his story. In particular, believers point to this short clip, in which he cryptically says that someone did kill him, but that he's still alive.
I'm glad you're alive. I was a little worried. I thought it was a documentary. Technically killed me, but I did not die. I'm still alive. Oh my god! You're my favorite ever.
Could this have been a message? Though some Jackson fans say yes, others aren't so sure.
I don't think so.
What do you think?
Could have been a publicity stunt.
After the
There's
end of
a
an interview,
publicity stunt.
this UK
Yeah, that's what I
politician
said.
walks away with a distinctly red briefcase. However, once he passes this parked car, the case now becomes green. Weirder still, you can see the colour is still red, just before he comes back into frame. Viewers were obviously confounded.
All right, so that's easy to explain. That's color correction. You can do that at any like video program software, where you can change the color of things, the color of people's skin. That's why, like, you can get I don't know, a picture of a person playing an Oompa Loompa and color in his face purple. That's easy.
With some claiming it was evidence of government manipulation. Whatever the case, the mystery doesn't end there. Only a few minutes earlier, the briefcase literally transformed in front of the camera, this time from green to red. Is it possible that this is video evidence of a glitch in the Matrix?
Could be color changing.
Yeah,
And why would he be showing people his briefcase?
I don't know.
What is the reason for that?
I don't know. You gotta see the news. Flip to see.
In the aftermath of the 2017 Mexico City earthquake, it was the Enrique Rabasman School that made international headlines. In a story that gripped the nation, rescuers made massive efforts to free Frida Sofia, a little girl they'd found trapped in the debris. Bizarrely, however, it was later discovered that Frida didn't exist. So who did rescuers see and talk to? Eerily, whatever the answer, people later unearthed this creepy news coverage, in which a face can be seen in the wreckage. Just who
Damn.
was this child? A spirit who died years prior to the earthquake? Or something far worse?
Dark matter.
Another one?
weekly internet show, the Atheist Experience has ran for over a decade, and generally sees the host debate with various callers over different religious matters. However, during a seemingly regular, if not slightly intense call in 2014, there was a sudden bizarre and downright chilling moment live on air.
That's just a silly argument. I mean, I understand.
I agree with you. I'm just trying to get at why it's a silly argument.
Well, I understand that that statement was originally said by Carl Sagan, but who really cares about, them requiring extraordinary claims and evidence?
So then you should believe I rose from the dead. Okay. I terrified her with my awesome logic.
Apparently.
As heard, while the hosts argue with the caller, she abruptly lets out a blood-curdling scream, and before we can hear any more, they disconnect the call. Disturbingly, the screams sound uncomfortably real, as though the woman was actually attacked. In fact, many viewers were so convinced the call was genuine that they asked the show to track down the woman's address. Others though aren't so convinced, and contend the scream was merely a sound effect. Still, is it possible the woman was literally murdered on air?
Okay.
A reality series is one of the last places you'd expect to find credible proof of life after death. However, one Big Brother contestant allegedly heard the voice of her dead sister.
Ué, eu ouvi meu nome. Cida? Cida? Aonde? Aonde? Aonde?
Still, the mystery seems over when a fellow contestant claims responsibility. Yet things get even eerier when she secretly reveals it wasn't her.
Ah, vem cá. É você que tá chamando? É. Ai, que susto. Aí, quando esse tempo me chamando, aí eu chamei. Ela, oi. Ai, que bom. É você que tava me chamando? Eu era? Eu não era? Aí ela, ai, que estranho, porque eu confundi sua voz com a voz da minha irmã. Parecia que era minha irmã que tava me chamando.
Now,
so she heard a voice out and she said it was her sister's voice?
Yeah.
That was her father.
She said she thought it was her sister's voice. She thought it was her sister's voice calling her, so she got up and started looking around. And the girl said, oh, it was me. So she's like, okay, whatever. She went back to her room.
Yeah.
But the girl just revealed it wasn't her.
That's crazy.
This is all creepy enough on its own, but what made the scenario truly bizarre was that around the time Cida heard her sister's voice, she'd actually died a few minutes prior.
Você ouviu ela te chamando?
Ouvi.
Mais de uma vez?
Muito mais.
Could this mean that the voice was her ghost? Or was it perhaps some kind of psychic connection? You decide.
Like, did they say that you have like a connection to your siblings and shit, and you sometimes hear them or something, like you feel what they're going through or something?
Especially if they're twin.
Yeah, it's crazy. Did you have twin sisters that said something like that?
Well, when my sister died, I had a dream. Like, I couldn't see her, but like I could hear her talking to me in my dream. And my other sister was crying about my sister who passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And she was telling me, tell everyone I'm going to be okay. And I woke up to the phone ringing and I already knew that she was gone.
It's crazy. It's funny because when my grandfather passed away, he told me the same thing in a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up to them calling me, telling me he passed away. That's crazy. Just see.
In the previous look at mysterious videos, I covered a plane supposedly frozen in the air. To some, this was evidence of the simulation theory, while to skeptics, it was just the wind. However, either way, these so-called glitches in the Matrix not only affect aircraft, but also apparently birds. Now, admittedly, most of these videos are easily explained as normal hunting behaviour, Yet what if the bird was dead, and still somehow floating?
What is it? What is it? Can you see it? What the hell is that?
According to one onlooker, Nino Tobrak-Kojan, he watched it for at least 2 minutes, but saw no movement whatsoever. Unsurprisingly, the strange video has itself led to stranger theories. The common consensus is that it's proof of the aforementioned artificial reality, but alternative bizarre ideas claim it's a government drone.
The Matrix?
Or even a broken alien device. Leave your own theories in the comments.
What the hell is that?
If you've spent any time in conspiracy circles, you've likely heard of the chemtrail theory. The idea is that many contrails are actually filled with undisclosed chemical substances. These chemtrails then slowly poison the atmosphere with the overall purpose of human population control. However, an additional and downright bizarre theory posits that said chemicals are released via cloaked government planes. Now obviously this sounds ridiculous, but believers have offered up some weird videos. Incredibly, on July 17, 2019, Skywatcher Eye of the Beholder filmed this unexplained anomaly in Bucharest, Romania. Still, you might say this was just an optical illusion, yet 2 days before this video was released, amateur researcher Linda Miller captured another one of these planes.
Why does it look like one of those like light up toys you buy from the swamp meet? You know, the ones that
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I don't know what to make of this, to be honest.
So could the impossible be true, and the government actually use invisible planes? Hidden in the remote Monitor Valley of Nevada lies the boiling hot spring Diane's Punch Bowl. Such extraordinary heat has led to the alternative name Devil's Cauldron. But could there be an additional and darker reason for this? One person who may have stumbled upon the answer is the channel Xx-chiefaaa-xX.
What?
There's always something up in Nevada.
Yeah, Nevada's crazy, man.
For years, they've tested the durability of multiple pieces of technology via different extreme situations. As such, the boiling cauldron was a perfect place to test the survival capabilities of the iPhone 11.
Okay guys, so check it out. We're gonna slowly but surely dip it straight in the water.
Still, the experiment seems like a flop with Xx-chiefaaa-xX's first test. However, the second time Xx-chiefaaa-xX drops the phone, he captures something truly chilling. Xx-chiefaaa-xX himself is at a loss to explain the screams, but this hasn't stopped his viewers from claiming the cauldron is actually a portal to hell. Now obviously this theory is speculative at best, but there's no doubt the sounds are unusual. So what's really the answer? Be sure to let me know.
Okay, that's easily explained because try to take your fucking cell phone, like play music, and go like to your mouth and go, oh, wow, wow, wow. If you do that, it'll make like some weird noise. I know that like it is being dipped underwater, and there's a fucking drone making all this fucking loud like zzz sound once you dip it in the water, and then like
muffled and
the water starts to like kind of make that gated effect, like that like sucking sound into the speaker or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna sound like because it's the fucking drone, making that loud noise and the water dipping. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's keep going.
In the world of UFO research, some self-proclaimed hunters often analyze live NASA feeds for proof. Unfortunately, for the most part, they're left with blurry pictures of normal space phenomena. However, every now and then, the cameras pick up something that shouldn't be there. The most recent example of this was on February 19th, 2020, when ufologists spotted this bizarre object.
It's just like going into like the semen going into the egg.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Tierra, that means earth.
Incredibly, based on its size compared to that of the nearby planets, the UFO appears to be massive on an unprecedented scale. Still, despite such inspired speculation, NASA claims the artifact anomaly is actually an internal reflection of Venus. Intriguingly though, researchers have noted the UFO's similarity to Ezekiel's wheel, long suspected to be proof of the ancient alien theory. For those unaware, the Bible claims the prophet was visited by a flying chariot, yet others believe it was a spaceship. No doubt this sounds like blatant pseudoscience, except the idea was surprisingly correlated by NASA chief Joseph Blumrich. So is the solar anomaly proof that Ezekiel's wheel has returned? Or was it really just a reflection of Venus?
I feel like I would need to see better to have an opinion on that.
I'm sorry, I can't hear what you said.
I said I feel like I would need to see a better image of it in order to have an opinion on that. Because to me that looked like nothing.
Yeah. I thought it was like them simulating how a sperm reaches an egg.
If this year didn't feel apocalyptic enough, some believe a dragon has now been filmed in China, in a scene sensationally described as hell on earth. A sudden explosion recently.
That's a clip from fucking Godzilla
That's
versus
why I said
Mothman.
Godzilla.
Mothra, what's that called? Let's see what this is.
Hit the Xx district of Shenyang. Officially, it was the result of a lightning strike. However, many...
Quick disclaimer. No, correction. They say China. Godzilla's in Japan, no?
Yeah, but I'm saying they used the clip from Godzilla.
Okay.
I'm not saying...
No, yeah. Because they said China. I'm just, I don't want them to say or anything. Whatever, let's keep going.
Convinced it was some type of plasma weapon. And even weirder still, that it had a connection to this flying creature.
A flying creature. Something blew up, and the wind pushed it over with the rain. It's crazy.
But the way it just disappears.
Mysteriously, concurrent to the explosion, you can clearly see what looks like a dragon silhouette behind the apartments. Covered by multiple cameras, skeptics have claimed it's merely a piece of plastic debris.
Wait,
but it seems to flap its wings.
That flying thing?
Yeah. Damn.
So is it possible this anomaly really is some unexplained creature? And if so, why was its appearance perfectly timed with the explosion? Is this proof they're related, or was it just a bunch of debris and a few coincidences? What's your opinion?
I don't know anymore.
A video that bears unnerving similarity to that of the frozen bird clip. This was taken back in September 2019. Posted to Facebook by Morgan Lyons, she supposedly stumbled upon this crowd of seemingly frozen people. This is definitely weird enough, but even stranger, there'd been nobody there 10 minutes earlier.
What the fuck is happening?
You know what this reminds me of? You ever seen that movie, The Happening? No?
I'm assuming something like that happened.
Yeah, something like that. And they start killing each other. Or they start killing themselves.
Gotta go. Get me out.
Now this is certainly mysterious, but could there be a simple explanation? According to some comments, the group is a class from Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditation retreat, in which participants stand completely still in order to become fully immersed in the experience. However, others remain skeptical of this.
He's all, are you a doer?
Or
are you a
don't-er?
don't-er?
And question why they would freeze in such uncomfortable positions, as well as why some members are stood nowhere near each other. Additionally, viewers state that they couldn't all stand still without at least some instance of movement.
Alright, I sometimes do that by myself, so it's not that weird.
I think it's just weird to them because they're doing it all in a group, but I feel like they're just doing it for some type of attention.
Yeah, like
It had to be like a group
to promote that
thing.
guy's fucking therapy sessions or something.
They're all doers.
They're all doers, they're not don't-ers.
Or like they're the yes men.
Yeah. Yes, man. They say yes to that shit.
Yeah.
So, if the people aren't from the meditation retreat, could it perhaps be an elaborate prank? Or, as a few far-out theories postulate, further evidence of the simulation hypothesis?
Gotta go. Get me out.
Earlier this year, the city of Bryan, Texas was rocked by a horde of banshee-like screams, and although officials blamed a pressure release valve, many residents are convinced of an otherworldly explanation. One of these is Daniel Robb, who was one of the first to record the screams. According to Robb, they apparently started around 8:30 in the midst of an unusually powerful thunderstorm, and continued for an hour.
There's a sound screaming, it's like a scream. It's so freaking loud, and it's coming from up in the air, like up there. It's been going on now. What is that?
That's hard to explain.
I swear I saw like this thing when the lightning was flashing a second ago. What the fuck?
As heard, the screams come in fairly regular intervals, with an odd mixture of vibration sounds and shrieks. Most inexplicably, they seem to be extremely loud, and yet somehow far in the distance.
That is so loud and so eerie. It's like a banshee, blood-curdling scream. Ooh. There it is again. What is that?
Fortunately, however, resident Rusty Appolido was able to get a much more close-up recording. Unfortunately, his video only makes the screams that much more creepy.
It shouldn't happen.
Curiously, the screams seem to end with an animalistic cry, while around the same time, there are a series of mysterious blue flashes. Eerily, these screams sound like they're coming from something alive, and not an object as others speculated. So what was responsible? For now we don't know, but the answer probably lies.
The little chirp at the end sound like those little dinosaurs.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, sounds like some Jurassic Park shit, dude.
It's in Rob's other 2 videos.
Like the one that was
Interestingly,
yeah.
the earlier clip shows the
what's the name of that one that gets that guy?
The one that kills that fat dude? Yeah. The one on the right that he sprays at you. He's like, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Responding to an unidentified object in the exact same location where he later captured the screams. Meanwhile, in the latter piece of footage, it looks as if Rob potentially captured said object.
It's coming from up there. See that thing in the sky? Flashes?
What was this UFO? A weather modification device as has been suggested, or is there a more darker outlook?
Oh,
that was it? I was sitting here preparing myself for like a scary thing, and it was over.
It's all over. Alright, that does it for us. Catch you on the next one.